And we're back. What's up, everybody? Benja Welldone coming at you live on this beautiful Corona-free day. Today is Friday, September the 9th at 5:36 in the morning. How are you doing? Straighten out this camera just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. Here we go. All right, cool. So, up before the enemy. You know, I was talking with somebody about this just a couple days ago, a buddy of mine. And it's such an interesting thing because I am so motivated about my passions, comedy and jiu-jitsu, that, you know, I pretty much break up my day into two parts, okay? And realistically, work is not one of them. I started my morning today, as I do every day, at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I have a job that I go to, right? Most individuals work their job about 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, ballpark figure, right? And the thing is that I start my morning so early so that I can work on comedy. I go to the gym while I go to train jiu-jitsu. I also study film for researching stuff for comedy, marketing my own material, marketing myself, doing the social media, all the stuff that I have to do that I don't want to do, plus writing and doing shows and everything else. I gotta have more hours, and you know, the way that I've best found out to do is to start my morning earlier, which is great. And I truly believe there's like a weird energy. There's like a weird creative silence first thing in the morning when, you know, it's like, again, you're up before the enemy. If I know it's 8 o'clock in the morning and I've already worked on an hour of comedy, I've trained jiu-jitsu, I did all my social media posts that I don't want to do, but I got to do to continue to grow my audience and everything else. And before I start work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've already been crushing it for 4 hours, it is one of the best feelings in the world. Best feelings in the world, okay? A lot of guys that start the morning and this whole thing isn't about starting your morning earlier. It could be staying up later, but getting a good night's rest still, right? Kind of just depends on how your day is going. But getting less hours in bed in a healthy way, right? And not just being lazy. There's a lot of ways to combat that, but here's what I'm getting at. I'm a big believer that mathematically, even if you just start your day 1 hour earlier and you get a good night's rest, you go to bed a little sooner, or you know, you just don't stay up late watching some dumb shit or whatever, right? That could be 1 hour that you could dedicate to your life, to your passion, as I do, right? Or passions, etc. It's 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, before you go to work. In the course of a whole 4-week month, that's 20 hours. If you do 2 hours, for most individuals, start the morning at 6, if that. That means that would be a full 40-hour work week. Getting technical, that doesn't include most days months have between 30 to 31 days. That's an extra 2 to 4 hours. So you're averaging about 42 to 44 hours of additional time that you get to give to yourself, back to yourself. So my question is, for whatever it is that you care in life, what would you do with an extra week, an extra 40 to 42, 44, realistically, for a whole month, all right, hours? That's more than a whole work week plus an additional 2 to 4 hours. What would you do with those hours? Would you lay around in bed and do jack shit? Or would you use it to triumph and to defeat and to progress in whatever it is that you're working in, that you're passionate towards, that you want to be better at, right? And this is all before you even started exercising at 6 in the morning at 0 to 600, right? You know, I have a repeated thing because there's a certain cycle of life that I live in, which is it's a very regimented lifestyle, and it makes me better, and it motivates the fuck out of me, all right? And essentially what I was saying about breaking my day up into two pieces, it's this. I have my first part of the day, which is from about 4 in the morning to about 8 in the morning. And my second part of the day, which is not work, I work in the middle between around 8 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. And my second half of the day is everything I can accomplish and work on and get better at and enjoy and appreciate and get inspired by and create and get better and better from 4 in the afternoon after work until I go to bed at night, right? So if somebody says to you, how's your day going? I'm really just measuring that based off of how much progress and how well I'm doing leading up to that 8 o'clock in the morning point. And it's a really important distinction, and here's why. I'm emotionless when it comes to my day job because I have a work ethic, I have a job that I do, and I can do it, okay? However, I don't get emotional as far as how that being a part of my day, because it's really not. My day is what I realistically not just make it of, but what I consider it as. I consider my day is when I'm actively pursuing and working on being better to the things that I care most. Coming back again, comedy and jiu-jitsu. So if I look at all of the things that I've accomplished, that I've worked on, that I've been progressing at and really, really been actively trying to get better at from 4 o'clock in the morning to about 8 in the morning, right? Again, ballpark figures. And then someone says, how's your day going? It's not going to be based off of whatever's happening at work, because I'm not going to put any emotion into something that I'm not passionate about, okay? I feel like I said, that's a really big, important distinction. And knowing that you're starting your morning a couple hours earlier, even 30 minutes, right? You can really apply it to stretch, to meditate, to conquer. You can use it towards anything that you need to and that you want to always be better, right? Now, there's a lot of people out there that, inspirational quotes or on Instagram or whatever. That's great, okay? And I fully support that. However, the best motivator should always be you. Your self-motivation is a self-motivator, because you are like fire. And the more pieces of wood that stokes that fire, that helps it motivate and inspire and continue to move forward and so forth and so on. It can be from multiple different sources of motivation, okay? You could throw a log in there from Instagram people doing great things in the morning. You could throw one log in there from seeing a beautiful sunrise. You could throw another log in there from seeing a beautiful sunset, okay? You could throw another log in there of motivation from something that you learned from something that you overheard, or a story that you see that's going on of triumph and success or something like that, or whatever it might be. But the main log that should always be in that fire is you. You should always be the first self-motivator of everything that you do. All the other things help, but you got to be number one. The reason I said all of this is because I actually started my morning about even earlier than I usually do. I just got up. It was 3:30 in the morning exactly, and I just felt like I was on fire. I just wanted to get after it, and that's what I've been doing this morning already. And it's only 30 minutes, but that's 30 more minutes than I usually add to myself, okay? I'm telling you, just think about the simplicity of this. You start your morning 1 hour earlier, 30 minutes, 2 hours. But again, just for simple math, 1 hour, what would you do with an extra 20 hours in a 4-week period, essentially a month, minus the last 29, 30, 31 days, right, in the month? What would you do? What would you do with those hours? Are you use it to create, to progress, or just gonna throw it away? I know what my choice is, and I live by it, and it pumps the shit out of me, and I can't wait to be better, even just a little bit. And that's my biggest emphasis, is being a little bit better every single day, because that's my measuring stick. I'm measuring myself with who I am and who I was yesterday. Which brings me to one more quick point. If in your personal, passionate reality, agenda that you have okay? You got to be organized, you got to be scheduled, you got to be regimented, right? But above all, excuse me, I have to make a U-turn. But what I was saying is you have to be passionate, and you have to be scheduled, and you have to be regimented. But above all, you have to have everything listed and prioritized, of course, because you only have a limited of hours in every single day. So the thing is this: if you are accomplishing all of your goals for the day, okay, in some aspects, that's a really good thing. You did great today, okay? But the other reality is that you shouldn't ever be done all of your tasks in a day, because if you get done something early, your list should already encompass things for tomorrow, things that you could get better at for tomorrow today. Because I didn't even have like an alarm go off or anything like that. I was just up and fired up, right, as I am now. But if you're getting all of your accomplishments and everything you're working completed, finished, and done before the end of the day, guess what? Your list isn't long enough. It's not. You need to do more. You need to be better. You need to push harder. Okay? I hope everybody has a beautiful day, but think about what I just said, because the reality of a situation is that if you do more today, you got a head start on tomorrow. And what if you have a head start on tomorrow because you got more accomplished today, but also you're starting your day 30 minutes earlier? That's more time for you. That's more life for you. And that's more of you dominating. All right? Everybody have a beautiful day. I'm going to fucking crush it, and I'm so excited to get after it today. You guys have a beautiful day. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.